I see you running. I see the whole world running. Everybody is in a rush. Everybody is in a panic. I have to go here. I have to go there. I have to meet this person. I have to finish this job. But have you ever asked yourself, what are you running from? You think you are running towards a goal. You think you are running towards success or money or love. I say to you, you are not running towards anything. You are running away from yourself. You are terrified of yourself. You are terrified of silence. Just try an experiment. Sit in your room, close the door, turn off the television, turn off the phone. Do not read a book. Do not smoke a cigarette. Do not pray. Just sit for 1 hour. Can you do it? Within 5 minutes, you will start feeling restless. Your legs will start shaking. Your mind will start screaming, do something, turn on the radio, call a friend, look at the window. Why? Why is it so difficult to just be? Because the moment you stop doing, you have to face your own emptiness. The moment the noise outside stops, the noise inside becomes very loud. And you are afraid of that noise. You are afraid of the madhouse that you are carrying inside your head. So you keep busy. You create 1,000 distractions. You go to the cinema, you go to the club, you go to the church. It does not matter where you go, as long as it is away from you, as long as you can forget yourself. Society has created a whole industry of forgetting. They call it entertainment. I call it intoxication. Whether it is alcohol or drugs or movies or politics or religion, the purpose is the same: to keep you unconscious, to keep you occupied, to make sure that you never ever have to look into your own soul. Because if you look, you will see a deep hole. You will see a deep darkness, and that darkness scares you to death. You feel lonely. You feel abandoned. You feel like a small child lost in a dark forest. So you run back to the crowd. You run back to the noise. You cling to people. You cling to relationships. You say, I love him or I love her. But look deeply. Is it love? Or is it just fear of being alone? Are you holding his hand because you love him? Or are you holding his hand because you are afraid to stand on your own 2 feet? You are using people as tranquilizers. You are using people to fill your inner void. And that is why your relationships are so ugly. That is why there is so much conflict. Because the other person is also using you. 2 beggars are trying to rob each other. 2 empty people are trying to fill each other. How can 2 zeros make a 1? It is impossible. Stop running. Stop escaping. The first step towards freedom is to stop. Turn around. Face the emptiness. Face the loneliness. Don't be afraid. It looks like a dark abyss, but that is only because you have never entered it. If you enter it, if you have the courage to jump into your own emptiness, you will find that it is not empty. It is full. It is full of existence. It is full of light. But to find that light, you have to understand the distinction, the vast, unbridgeable distinction between loneliness and aloneness. You have to understand the language of existence. In the dictionary, loneliness and aloneness are synonyms. They mean the same thing. But in life, they are opposites. They are as different as the earth and the sky. They are as different as death and life. What is loneliness? Loneliness is a negative state. Loneliness means you are missing the other. Loneliness means you are empty. and you are waiting for someone to come and fill you, it is a state of absence. You are looking at the door. You are looking at the phone. Why has he not called? Why has she not come? Your whole focus is on the other. And because the other is not there, you feel incomplete. You feel like a cripple who has lost his crutches. Loneliness is a sickness. It is a dependency. It is the feeling of a beggar holding out a bowl, asking for attention, asking for love, asking for company. Please come and sit with me. I cannot bear my own company. Think about that. You cannot bear your own company. And yet you want others to enjoy your company. If you are bored with yourself, won't the other person be bored with you too? Aloneness is totally different. Aloneness is positive. Aloneness does not mean you are missing the other. It means you have found yourself. It is not an absence. It is a presence. It is the feeling, I am enough, I am complete. I do not need anyone to make me happy. My happiness is overflowing. Loneliness is dark. Aloneness is full of light. In aloneness, you are not looking at the door. You are closing your eyes and looking inside. And you are enjoying the silence. You are enjoying the freedom. There is nobody to compromise with. There is nobody to fight with. You are the master of your own soul. A lonely person is always miserable because a beggar is always miserable. Even if you give him money, he remains a beggar. Even if you give a lonely person a relationship, he remains lonely deep down. He will just cling to the partner like a parasite. But a person who knows aloneness, he is an emperor. He is a king. He sits on his throne. He has so much joy that he can share it, but he does not need to get anything back. His love is a gift, not a bargain. Society has trained you to be lonely. From the moment you are born, you are never left alone. The mother is there, the father is there, the teachers are there, the friends are there. You are always surrounded. You have forgotten how to be with yourself. You have become addicted to the crowd. And because you are addicted, when the crowd leaves, you get withdrawal symptoms. You shake, you panic. You call it feeling lonely. I call it withdrawal. You are suffering because your drug has been taken away. But this suffering is an opportunity. It is a door. If you can stop running, if you can stop begging, you can transform this ugly loneliness into a beautiful aloneness. You can turn the wound into a lotus flower. It is the same energy, just the direction has to change. Loneliness is looking out, aloneness is looking in. Now, let us bring this light into your life. Let us bring this understanding into your most painful area, your relationships. Because this is where the disease of loneliness hides. This is where you hide your emptiness. You use the other person as a cover. You use the other person as a blanket to keep yourself warm because you are shivering inside. You call it love. You write poetry about it. You sing songs about it. I cannot live without you. You are my soulmate. You complete me. It sounds very romantic. It sounds very beautiful. But have you ever analyzed what you are actually saying? When you say to a woman, I cannot live without you, are you expressing love? Or are you expressing a desperate dependency? If you cannot live without her, then she is not your beloved. She is your oxygen tank. She is your crutch. And if she tries to leave, you will not let her go. You will cling to her. You will fight with her. You will strangle her because your survival depends on her. This is not love. This is pure exploitation. You are using a human being as a utility. You are using a human being to plug the hole in your soul so that the wind does not whistle through it. And the tragedy is, the other person is doing exactly the same thing to you. She is also lonely. She is also empty. She is also looking for a father or a mother or a savior, and she has found you. So what happens when two lonely people meet? What happens when two beggars meet on the road? One beggar has a begging bowl, the other beggar has a begging bowl, and they both extend their bowls to each other. Give me happiness, says the husband. Give me happiness, says the wife. But how can you give what you do not have? The husband is empty. The wife is empty. Two zeros meet, and they try to create a one. It is impossible. Two zeros do not make a one. Two zeros make a double zero. The misery is multiplied. Before you were married, you were miserable alone. Now you are married, you are miserable together. And misery likes company. When you are miserable together, it feels a little better. You can blame the other. When you are alone, you have nobody to blame. You have to face your own ugliness. But when the wife is there, what a relief. You can say, I am angry because of her. I am sad because she does not understand me. My life is a mess because I chose the wrong woman. It is a great strategy to avoid self-responsibility. Relationships are the greatest hiding places for the ego. You can go on fighting for 30 years, 40 years, and the fight keeps you occupied. The fight keeps you from looking into the abyss. Have you ever observed the couples around you? Look at your parents. Look at your neighbors. Look at the people walking in the supermarket. Do you see love in their eyes? Do you see a dance? Do you see a celebration? Or do you see boredom? Do you see a heavy, dull tolerance? They are just tolerating each other. They are dragging each other like heavy corpses. Why? Why does the poetry turn into such ugly prose? Because the foundation was wrong. The foundation was fear. The foundation was loneliness. You were afraid to be alone, so you rushed into a relationship. You grabbed the first person who was willing to grab you back. You did not fall in love. You fell into a trap. You fell into a mutual arrangement of safety. I will scratch your back, you scratch mine. I will protect you from your loneliness, you protect me from mine. But sooner or later, the illusion wears off. The honeymoon cannot last forever because you cannot pretend to be full when you are empty. Eventually, the demands start. Why are you not making me happy? Why are you not fulfilling me? And the other person screams back, but I thought you were going to make me happy. And then the divorce, and then the search for a new partner. This car was broken, let me buy a new car. But the driver is the same. You are the same. You carry your loneliness with you. You will destroy the second woman just as you destroyed the first one, because you are a black hole. Whatever comes into you disappears. I want you to stop this madness. I want you to stop looking for the right person. There is no right person. As long as you are the wrong person, every person will be the wrong person, and you are the wrong person as long as you are lonely. You have to learn the art of being alone first. This is the fundamental law of love. Only a person who is happy alone can be happy together. It sounds like a paradox, but it is the truth. If you are happy alone, you don't need a relationship. You don't have a hole to fill. You are overflowing. You have so much love growing in your garden that you want to share it. You are looking for someone to receive it. You are not a beggar, you are a giver. And when a king meets a queen, when two people who are masters of their own aloneness meet, then there is love, then there is freedom. because they don't need each other, they enjoy each other. There is no grip, there is no clinging. They are like two birds flying in the sky, side by side, together yet separate, close yet free. But to reach that sky, you have to fix your own wings first. You have to stop leaning on others. You have to break the mirror of relationship and look into the mirror of your own being. Why are you so afraid to be alone? Why does the silence terrify you so much? Because deep down, you know that you are nobody. Deep down, you have no face, you have no name, you are just a vast emptiness. And to hide this emptiness, you run to the crowd. You seek belonging. You want to be part of a group. It does not matter what the group is. It can be a church. It can be a political party. It can be a Rotary club. It can be a football team. It can be a nation. The name of the crowd does not matter. The function of the crowd is the same. It gives you a fake identity. When you are alone, you are just a human being. But in the crowd, suddenly you are a proud American. Suddenly you are a devout Christian. Suddenly you are a socialist. The crowd gives you a mask. And you wear the mask tightly, because without it, you don't know who you are. Look at the psychology of the sheep. A sheep never walks alone. It is always in the mob. It rubs its body against other sheep. It feels the warmth of the crowd. It feels safe. I am not alone. There are thousands of us. We must be right. The crowd gives a false sense of security. If the wolf comes, maybe he will eat the other sheep, not me. But look at the lion. The lion walks alone. He has no need for a crowd. He has no need for a shepherd. He knows his own strength. The wider the road, the more it is for the sheep. The narrower the path, the more it is for the lion. And the path to truth is extremely narrow. It is only wide enough for one person. You cannot take your crowd with you to the truth. You cannot take your wife, your children, your priest with you. You have to go alone. But you are addicted to the drug of the crowd. It is an intoxicant. When you are in a stadium shouting with 50,000 people, do you feel yourself? No, you forget yourself. You become part of a collective madness. You lose your intelligence. Have you noticed? The intelligence of a crowd is lower than the intelligence of its stupidest member. Alone, you might be a professor. But in a mob, you become an idiot. You start burning buses. You start throwing stones. Why? Because in the crowd, you dissolve your responsibility. I did not do it. Everybody was doing it. This is the bribe. The crowd says to you, give us your soul, give us your individuality, and in return we will give you safety. We will take away the burden of responsibility. And you sell your soul. It is a very cheap bargain. You sell your consciousness just to feel comfortable. And the crowd hates the individual. Remember this. The crowd does not like a man who stands on his own feet. Why? Because the individual is a reminder. The individual is a mirror. When a Jesus walks by or a Buddha walks by, the crowd feels insulted. Because looking at the Buddha, they realize their own slavery. Looking at his freedom, they realize their own chains. And nobody wants to admit they are a slave. So what do? They kill the Buddha. They crucify Jesus. They poison Socrates. They destroy the mirror so they can go back to sleep. They call the individual crazy. They call him eccentric. They ostracize him. To be an individual takes guts. It takes a chest of steel, because you will be condemned. Your family will condemn you. Why are you not like your cousin? He has a good job, he goes to church, he is normal. Society will condemn you. Why are you not following the rules? You will be an outsider. You will be a stranger in your own land. But I tell you, blessed are the strangers. Blessed are the outsiders, because only the outsider is truly alive. The insider is just a cog in the machine. He is safe, yes. He is respectable, yes, but he is dead. He has been dead for years. They just haven't buried him yet. If you want to find aloneness, you have to step out of the crowd. You have to drop the labels. Stop calling yourself a Hindu. Stop calling yourself a Democrat. Stop calling yourself anything. Strip yourself naked of all these adjectives. Just be a noun. Just be a consciousness. It will be cold at first. When you leave the warmth of the sheep, the wind is cool. You will shiver. You will want to run back to the fold. But don't go back. Endure the cold, because in that cold wind, for the first time, you will feel the texture of your own skin. For the first time, you will hear the beat of your own heart. And that beat is the only scripture worth reading. I do not promise you a rose garden. I do not promise that the moment you sit alone, you will see angels playing harps. No. At first, it will be hell. At first, it will be a torture. When you leave the crowd, when you turn off the phone, when you sit in your room, the first thing you will encounter is not peace. It is fear, a trembling fear. It feels like you are dying, and in a way, you are dying. Your ego is dying. The ego exists only in relationship. The ego exists only in the eyes of others. When the others are gone, the ego starts suffocating. It starts gasping for air. It screams, "Where is everyone? Who am I if nobody is looking at me?" This screaming is what you feel as anxiety. This is the abyss. And because the ego is afraid of dying, it will throw everything at you. The moment you become silent, your mind will go crazy. It will become a madhouse. Suddenly, you will remember things you had forgotten for 20 years. Oh, I should have said that to my boss. Why did I lose that money? What if I get cancer? What if nobody loves me? All the repressed garbage will surface. It is like cleaning a house that has not been cleaned for centuries. The moment you start sweeping, the dust flies everywhere. You will choke on the dust. You will feel sad. You will feel depressed. You will feel bored to death. And this is the point where 99% of people turn back. They say, this meditation is no good. I am feeling worse than before. They say, I was happy when I was watching the football game. Now I am just miserable. So they turn on the television. They run back to the alcohol. They run back to the girlfriend. They cover the abyss again. I say to you, don't turn back. This misery is not bad. This misery is a healing crisis. When you stop taking the drug, the withdrawal symptoms appear. If you run back to the drug, you will remain an addict forever. You have to endure the withdrawal. You have to pass through the fire. This is the test of the warrior. Can you sit with your pain? Can you sit with your boredom? Can you sit with your ghosts without doing anything? Without trying to fix it? Without trying to escape? Just watching. Just saying, okay, the fear is here, let it be, I will watch it. The sadness is here, let it be, I will watch it. If you can stay there, if you can sit on the edge of the abyss and not jump back, a miracle happens. It is the greatest miracle in human life. Slowly, slowly, the dust settles. Because you are not feeding the thoughts, they start to die. Because you are not fighting the ghosts, they disappear. The mind sees that you are not interested, you are just sitting like a stone Buddha. So the mind gives up, and when the mind gives up, when the noise stops, the abyss changes its quality. Suddenly it is no longer a dark